You, like myself, graduated from Vallejo High School, although you started your education in Oakland. But so many people have come out of Vallejo and gone on to do bigger and better things, whether it's being going on to a HBCU out of state, going on to play professional sports, going on to act, going on to sing, going on to do amazing things in the business world. We know many of them. We've talked about some of them on this episode already. What is it, though, about Vallejo do you think that drives many of its people to succeed in the areas of sports, music, entertainment, and business?
I mean, I just think that it's in the as Bay Area people, it's in the soil. You just
So,
it's there. Like I remember literally the first week that I moved to Vallejo. You know who I ran into?
ooh.
The Click. Because their studio was around the corner. I didn't know who these people were. I was
Mhm.
like, these people are in the studio every day. I
Yeah.
had got a job at Church's Chicken. I was like, Sick Witted Records. Who are these
Yeah.
people? But they used to be working hard, you know. And I just think that Vallejo has it in the soil. There's a hustle about Vallejo, and it's a like, I'm gonna make it.
Mhm.
It's by any means necessary. There is no room for failure. And there's a type of excellence that is ingrained in you. I mean, we had, like I said, we had access to, or at least, me and you did,
Mhm.
Vallejo and Vallejo High School. We had access to quality teachers, and that library,
Mhm.
Miss Lane was the librarian, and I was the little librarian, little helper. She put me on game, and she would give me also Black Panther books.
Dope.
And that's who instilled like another level of love for Black history.
Mhm.
And I think that's why I became a history major. Also, is because of her, because she kept putting books in my hand. She put Spitting in the Wind was one book that I read. Um, the Big C by Langston Hughes. So she was constantly, saying, "Hey, you should." I'd be like, "I don't know what to read." She putting these books in my hand. I was like, "Dang," you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Gaming you up.
So the willingness to share, look at, Mr. Atkins, and just everybody felt like they were doing something. And then when I go hang out, I was a nerd, so I go hang out at the library, downtown. So again, it's just in the soil. Everybody's doing something.
Mhm.
Like if you're not doing something, it's kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's always doing something.
I kind of admired that about you and your sister, but y'all both, you said it. I didn't say it. Y'all both lightweight nerds, but but I always admired that about you guys. I was like, man, this girl's smart as hell, man.
I
That's
used
why
to carry around a dictionary
I
in my
know.
purse.
I used to be like, man, she's a little bit weird too, but man, she's smart as hell. I was always impressed by it. Like people would talk about it in my mind. I'd be like, man, carrying around a dictionary.
Oh, people would talk
But
about it.
I
I didn't know anybody
in
noticed.
Tanner, we knew. At least I did. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I observed it, and we might have had some conversations about it, but it was all in fun. Nobody was talking bad about you or nothing.
Do you know why I always carried around that dictionary?
What was that?
It was because Miss Cheney was the Black English teacher,
Mm,
and she would say words that I didn't know. And so I was just like, I can't be caught off guard not knowing a word. So I'm gonna always carry this dictionary with me, and I'm not gonna be embarrassed.
and ain't nothing
And then
wrong with
it,
that. We thought
and
you.
then I would
Go ahead.
And then I would take so long to read a book, I'd always carry books. So again, Miss Lane, so I remember carrying around the biography of Malcolm X, and it just would take me a long time to read the book, so I'd always have it in my purse.
You're going back and forth to the dictionary,
Yeah.
like, what's that mean? There's nothing wrong with that. That's the best way to learn. And though you made sacrifices as a kid, as a young high school student that a lot of people wouldn't make just out of fear of being teased or fear of being called,
Oh, I didn't care.
I know, and it led you to where you are. I mean, you're one of the smartest people in the country. You know what I'm saying? Because
What
of it.
else y'all say about me? So it's
No,
funny
no,
because
no. We
I
don't
never
get no
cared.
complex because nobody was. I don't remember like having a boatload of conversations about him or anything like that. It's not like that.
But you know what I was really surprised at Vallejo because I was really you all had cliques too. I mean, like I was always a wanderer. I talked to everybody, but I
Hmm.
was surprised that you all at Vallejo High voted me because I was so nerdy, homecoming queen, and then the most likely to succeed. I mean, I understood that,
Hmm.
but homecoming queen, I was like, y'all really like me.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I even got the store from a I mean, my dress from a thrift shop. That's how, like,
yeah.
nerdy and broke I
We
was.
messed with it more, man. We knew that, while you might have been on a little bit of the book side, you were about what you were about. And you and your sister, you guys are cute girls, so it went along with the flow. Like homecoming queen, smartest person, running for office, you know. You don't see her getting in no trouble. That's what it is.
I used to cut school and wave at the, principal, "Bye."
See,
Y'all probably didn't know. I
right.
used
We
to cut
didn't know
every
that.
single once a
She was like, "I'm
month,
the smartest
"Bye."
person in here. They ain't gonna even recognize I'm gone."
Exactly. I was like, "Whatever. I got good grades.
Right, say
Bye."
something. That's dope. That's funny, man. See, you did stuff that I wouldn't do. Like I ain't cut school. Well,
I
I
had too
yeah,
much
yeah,
work.
yeah, I did. I
I
did.
used to stay up till 1 to 2 AM, in my senior
So you
year,
wasn't cutting to
trying to
do
fill out
dirt. You
scholarship.
was cutting to go get some work done.
Yeah. I mean, I had too much work, so I would cut once a month just to get because all that work. Because I
Yeah.
also worked a job too
Hey, but
after school.
even from those times, you had a plan in mind. You're like, I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna use my time wisely. I'm gonna get the best out of this situation. I mean, that's
And
just,
I'm getting to Spelman.
and I'm gonna get to Spelman. Eventually, I might get to Harvard, but I'm going to Spelman.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for sharing that. Vallejo is a it definitely, you can hear by our camaraderie. It definitely is a source for motivation, inspiration, a source for a platform or springboard to bigger and better things, because of the competition level, because of the culture, because of the diversity, because of the like she said, Miss Cheney, pushing her and driving her, the librarian pushing her and driving her, feeding her books. We had that type of exposure and that type of mentorship at our schools, in our cities, especially if you were a black student, from some of the black teachers at our school. So that's what helped drive us in those areas, and helps keep Vallejo relevant in terms of producing high quality talent. We got some work to do. The city got some work to do for sure. But athlete wise, entertainment wise, and business wise, Vallejo continues year after year to pump out high quality talent in those areas. Got a few more questions for you. We just talked about Vallejo. We just talked about his music.